Well, hello and welcome back to our Maserati F1 Manager series, and we have the British Grand Prix in today's episode. Yes, we're heading to Silverstone and we're on quite a nice little run, aren't we, in this series? And if you don't know about our run, then you may have not seen the previous episodes. So as always, if you're not already, please do subscribe to the channel. Do like the video, get involved down below in the comments, and as I say, if you want to catch up on this series, head over to my playlists and you'll find the Maserati playlist there. But yeah, we have been on a very nice run indeed, and that nice run I'm referring to is scoring points in the last 3 race weekend. So starting in Monaco, where Zane Maloney got a magnificent 6th place and Colapinto 10th, we followed that up in Barcelona, and Maloney scored points again with 8th place. And then last time out in Austria, Maloney got 8th place in the sprint race to gain us a point, and then Colapinto in the full race finished 10th, getting us another point. So we've scored points in the last 3 race weekends for a team that we probably weren't expecting to score any points this year, or certainly not this early. We've done fantastic in this first half of the season. So that is shaping up very well for us because, as you can see in the constructors, we're in 6th place. Not expected. Well, the objective is 9th. We're in 6th. Williams not scoring too many points, so it looks like we might be able to secure 6th place. So we'll see how we go. But yeah, very nice first half of the season. 6th for us in the constructors, and Zane Maloney has gone up to the top 10 in the Drivers' Championship. He has got 14 of our 18 points, and Colapinto on 4. I was expecting Colapinto to dominate Maloney, or have the better of Maloney at least, but it's not panning out that way so far. And Silverstone is going to mark round 10 of the season, and it's only going to be a 20 race season. So after Silverstone, we will actually be halfway through this season, and then we'll be moving through to the second half of the season. We've changed the calendar, we've reduced it by 4 races, we've removed Vegas, Miami, Abu Dhabi and Qatar. So the second half of the season looks a little bit different in terms of order. We'll start that second half in Hungary, then Belgium, Holland, Monza, Baku, Singapore, Austin, and then the last 3 races are going to be Montreal, Mexico, and we're having the season finale in Brazil. As I say, just 4 days until Silverstone, so again, probably not too much off-track action before we jump back on track in this one. We do have another driver development update. Again, their overall ratings have not changed. 76 for Maloney, 78 for Colapinto, but the smoothness, which we're focusing on, especially on Colapinto, has gone up. It's gone up for Maloney as well. So a slight increase from 80 to 81 for Maloney, 78 to 79 for Franco. So good to see that they're continuing to improve. So after Silverstone, there is a 2-week break until the next race. So we will have a new rear wing for the following race. But for this front wing and underfloor, it's probably going to be another 3-4 races until we see those on the car. So we're kind of as we are for this next 3 or 4 races. Okay, pit crew training. This is quite a hard month actually with Silverstone and another 2 races this month, and we've just tried to stabilize everything. So in terms of the stats, basically all staying the same. Loss on car building, and pit stop time is going to stay the same. We are going to lose a bit on the car building, but not too much we can do about that across here. Cumulative tab, we are as always running over to tired on the Sunday in Silverstone. A little bit more tired in Hungary, which is a worry. A chance of mistake though, still only 12% for both of those, and then Belgium the same, 12%, tied at 40%. So hopefully we'll be all right, because we had an absolutely awful pit stop in Austria with Colapinto. Still managed to get 10th, but he had a 10.8 second stop. So we want to avoid that hopefully in these next 3 races. We haven't looked at this for a little while, and you can actually see how good we've been performing, because look at the car performance. In the last 3 races, as I say, we've scored points. So magnificent achievement from our drivers, especially Zane Maloney, because especially cornering, which is king on this game, 15th, 17th and 12th is where we're ranked. So we're doing big things to get that car into the points. And yeah, we'll see how we go in Silverstone, but we haven't got any new upgrades. So it might be that the grid have further improved their car coming into Silverstone. We'll probably see another jump in performance, as I say, in 3-4 races time. So that will be probably when we get to Zandvoort, because I think there's a big break between Belgium and Zandvoort. So yeah, we'll probably might be a struggle for points across these next 3 races, and then from Zandvoort to the end of the season, we'll be pushing on again. So let's see how we go in Silverstone. 18th for hire with Colapinto, 18th for hire Maloney. Let's begin practice. Here we go then, practice completed, and it was a bit of a topsy-turvy practice session. Track acclimatization a little bit off. The car parts knowledge is now 100%. Setup satisfaction, we didn't get the last one because it was dry, wet, dry, and it was hard to actually get that full set of feedback. So we were in the 90% range. I think we got 4 out of 5 feedback. So as soon as we get Q1 done, we should have that setup uncovered and should be again in 90% range. So our driver preparation will be very close to 100% with both drivers as we head into quali. Okay, Q1 underway and everyone is out on track, and that is because there's going to be a little bit of rain in a few minutes time, 4 minutes time. So everyone is out on track, which is good because it means we'll encounter no traffic. So let's see how we go on these first runs then. And we've had a 25.4 Colapinto, 25.4 Maloney, 8.3. So it's about 4 100ths of a second up for Colapinto in that first sector, but very close between our two drivers. Second sector, 37.7 for Colapinto, 37.8. So Colapinto probably now a 10.5 to 2 tenths up on Maloney, who's about to finish his lap. He's going to be the first one to the finish line. So let's see how we go. It's got to be crucial. It is going to be crucial, these laps, because it's going to get wet. So Maloney does a 127.1. Colapinto does a 127 flat. And as we said, a 10.5 to a 2 tenths. And that's what it ended up being. Russell goes a second quicker. So let's see, and we're half a second off the Aston Martin, so might be struggling here, might not be a track that suits us. And the rain has started, and with that rain starting, Maloney is P18, Colapinto P15, so it might be Colapinto through and Maloney out. We'll see if it dries up again. Okay, the track has dried out just about. We've got some more rain coming, but we will get another lap in. Colapinto is saying he's being impeded. Is he, though? I'm not sure if he had to lift there. He has gone quicker through that first sector. Maloney has not, and he's the one needing to go quicker. Lawson and Hockenberg finished. We'll see from Colapinto's middle sector if he was held up. Got a little way until we get that second sector time. Traffic now. Maloney is approaching Piastri, and Colapinto... Oh, I think he's going to lose time through this middle sector. Yeah, Colapinto goes slower, 39.3. 37.7, so yeah, he lost a load of time. Don't think we can abandon that now, can we? So, Colapinto doesn't go quicker. Oh, now Maloney is held up. Maloney's not going to go quicker either then. Across the line. So Maloney's going to be out, but Colapinto through to Q2. Okay, into Q2, and as you can see, it's very wet at the moment. Just dropped to 3.89. It's going to dry out later on in the session, so we're going to wait and go out late in this one. Okay, the rain has stopped. It's not going to dry out. We've got Colapinto out on track, and what I'm doing is going for 2 flying laps if we can get them in. I'm not sure we will get them in. Let's wait and see. Oh, he's not going to get them in now, and he was going very quick. Colapinto has spun. Oh, I don't think there's enough time to get round and another lap in, is there? Oh, right on the final 2 corners. Oh, that's massive. I think the rest of the grid would have gone quicker because we're getting the best of the track, but we're not going to go quick. We're not going to get round in time. He's not going to make the line there. Yeah, no chance. So Colapinto is out. P16. Costly mistake then from Franco. And let's see what happened in Q3. And George Russell on pole. That Mercedes looked good across the last couple of races, and he's on pole. Lewis Hamilton in second. Verstappen third. Lando Norris fourth. His McLaren teammate Oscar Piastri fifth. Leclerc sixth. Yuki Tsunoda seventh. Kimi Antonelli eighth. Fernando Alonso ninth. And as we're seeing quite a bit in this series, Albon sneaks into the top 10 in that Williams. But a big mistake from Franco. That means he qualifies P16. Maloney P18. But we are going to start Maloney probably from the pit lane because I'm going to put in a new ERS. And I'll tell you the reason for why we're doing that. Because at the moment, it looks like this is going to be a race where we're probably not going to score points. And if we look at the car parts here, engine, we're on the second engine. We're halfway through the season after this, so we should be fine on engines. Gearboxes, same. Should just be about okay on gearbox. We may need another one at the end. But ERS, we're already on the second one. So we'll definitely need another ERS. And whilst today we're probably not going to challenge for points, it makes sense for us to purchase that for Maloney. And we have to do it after qualifying because I didn't know where we were going to qualify. So if we qualified higher up, I wouldn't have done it on this race. We do really want to do the same with Franco, but we probably won't do it on this race. Because, again, if you look at him, very similar. Engines are going to be fine. Gearboxes should be even, compared to Maloney, even better, actually. So gearbox should be fine. But ERS, he will need another one. So we'll see how we qualify next race. We know that our next good round of upgrades are not going to come for another 3-4 races. So the next 2 or 3 races, we might be slower. So that gives us a chance to get that ERS purchase. So let's look at some strategy then. Okay, strategy for this one then. We are going for a 2-stopper with both, using the same compounds with both. But Colapinto's going to go soft, boxing at lap 16, then mediums, then another set of softs. Maloney's going to go longer. I wanted to split the strategy in terms of that first stint because they might end up on the same piece of racetrack. And we don't want to have a situation where we need to double stack. So mediums for Maloney going a lot longer. As I say, Colapinto lap 16. Maloney's going to go to lap 22. Then he's going softs and softs at the end. So let's get this one underway. Colapinto 16th. Maloney qualified 18th, taking a penalty. So we'll probably start at the back of the grid. Let's see how we go in this British Grand Prix. Here we go then. Silverstone, 4 lights, 5 and underway very quickly with Russell on pole in front of his home crowd. As I said, Maloney is going to start last. And we've not started them off on the blue in attack. That's a rookie error from us. So let's shape that up pretty quickly. And here we go. Maloney, pit lane start then. As we took that new part under part firme conditions. So Maloney, it's going to be quite a delayed start that is from a pit lane, isn't it? That's a very slow start. So Maloney is, what, 4 or 5 seconds off the back of the grid here. Carlotto, thanks for the follow. Hope you're well. So, yeah, that's not ideal for Maloney. Colapinto started 16th, remained 16th. Let's have a look at tyres as we always... Oh, wow. It's pretty boring, isn't it? Everyone on softs from 1st to 20th, and then we've got Behrman and Maloney 21st to 22nd on the medium, so not much difference in the tyre strategy on this first stint at least. Colapinto on the outside then of Jack Doohan, and we are moving up to P15. But we've already near enough lost a second to Stroll there. So we take another look at that one.
Take a look now. Heading into Cops.
On the old start, finish straight and around the outside. Lovely work from Franco then, up to 15th. I think we're too far back on the outside here. Portoletto's lost the DRS to Sainz. So it is now key that we get past him as quickly as possible. Sainz is challenging Gasly ahead of us. Portoletto just out of the DRS, so this should be the opportunity for us. Colapinto pulls out nice and early. DRS is open. Portoletto getting a bit of a slipstream off the cars ahead of him. But Colapinto is through on the inside. And he dispatches Portoletto. And that was very much needed for his race. So up to P14. And he stayed on the DRS of Gasly. Let's look at tyre life up and down the grid then. So 56% from Portoletto, probably going to be one of the first in. As will Tsunoda and Hamilton. A lot of them using a lot of their tyre life. Colapinto will get DRS again here, so that will drag him closer to Gasly and Sainz. But yeah, Maloney has not yet had the pace in this race, but let's wait and see. You go then, Colapinto does finally get through on Carlos Sainz on the inside, Carlos. And we make that move. But yeah, when they did that update, I did say it was more beneficial to console players because obviously PC players already had database enter and things we could do. But yeah, it's a really good update for console. Do you think Doohan's going to stay this season or get replaced by Franco? I hope they give him the year, but his performances haven't been great, have they? So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. I think they'll give him to at least the summer break, though. But yeah, they're starting to protect their tyres a bit because the margin was sort of 5%, 6% on some of these, and now it's only 2%. So they're looking after their tyres as Hamilton and Tsunoda are the first to pit. We've got DRS. Let's just have a look at this. Are we going to be able to get a double overtake? No. Can we get at least Pierre Gasly here on the inside? Try to force him out a little bit wide. We're going to have outside here, which will lead to the inside on the final right-hander. But no, we concede that position. Although, better traction. And now Gasly's a little bit out wide, pinched. And we're through then on Pierre Gasly.
Okay, good job there.
We've lost a bit of time to Stroll there. We need to catch up. We need to keep that DRS to protect ourselves from Gasly behind us. I think we just about got it. As Bortoletto, Ocon, Doohan all into the bits as well. Yes, we did just about get DRS. Right, we want to attack here. I'm going to be in next lap with Colapinto. Oh, it's getting very congested. Gasly pushing, Sainz pushing, Antonelli and Verstappen into the pits. Right, we've got to get this done. Oh, but what's happened here? What happened there, Franco? I have no idea what happened there. Franco's just completely eased off the accelerator. And I decided to box them because we're just going to be behind two other cars. I don't know what happened there with Franco, but that's cost us. And we're coming in a lap earlier. Unfortunately, we're coming in right behind Carlos Sainz there. Maloney is past Behrman, it looks like, on track.
You're doing a good job at the moment.
See if we can get a replay of that then. So Zane Maloney has finally caught up with Ollie Behrman, and he's made that move. 2.5 we're being held for the Williams. We were behind Sainz anyway, but yeah, that's not worked out too well there. But we'll see how we go. So Maloney up to P13. And waiting for Albon, Stroll and Gasly to pit, of course. Let's have Colapinto going for a bit of a push here. Because we want to try and stay with Sainz if we can. Keep that DRS. Gasly and Stroll, we were in a fight with them. But Colapinto, ourselves and Sainz have come in one lap earlier. Is it going to work, though? Not looking like it, is it? Oh, we've got past Gasly. Sainz has passed Stroll, but Stroll has maintained position on us. We will get DRS on Stroll, but of course he's now going to get DRS on Sainz. So, yeah, not worked out great for us there. Stroll's tyres won't be up to temp, though. Is Colapinto going to try and send one? He thought about it. Oh, no. Doing getting cursed in the virtual world too. Yeah, definitely. Maloney's into the points. I don't think he'll be staying there. Behrman stayed with him, actually. Behrman might be overtaking him here, but Behrman's probably pushing because he's going to be in soon. Oh, this would be naughty through here. Through Magnus Beckett's. Colapinto. He's going to overtake Stroll, but he's not going to... Oh, he does get DRS because it was after the detection zone, so that's quite handy. Maloney needs to get rid of Behrman. Yeah, I think Behrman's going to pit anyway in the next lap or so. What do you think then, chat? Maloney is currently on the medium till lap 22. The current strategy that we're on is then to go for a two-stopper, two sets of softs. Or do you want to flip him over to the hard and go for a one-stop? Let me know in the chat. Or Maloney, two-stop or one-stop. Now, we've lost a bit of time on Sainz here. And we're going to be fighting with Stroll now for quite a bit, I'd imagine. Stroll on the mediums. Richard says the one-stop. Check what's faster. It says the two-stop's faster, but it doesn't account for traffic and things like that. I'm quite tempted to go for the one-stopper because we're already on a two-stopper with Franco. Behrman down to 32% on those mediums. They've absolutely had it. They're cooked. But Sainz is being able to pull out a 3-second gap here, and he's going to get past Maloney here, is he? No, not quite. Can Maloney do a bit of a hold-up job on him here?
Slow down a bit.
Colapinto is past Behrman. Just trying to hold Sainz up a bit.
Use overtake.
Because Colapinto's lost 4 seconds in that battle.
Are you ready?
Yeah, copy.
Which is pretty disgusting.
More charge.
Copy.
Yeah, Colapinto lost 4 seconds getting past Behrman there to Sainz. And he's probably going to lose out to Stroll because Stroll's going to have DRS. Trying to defend against Sainz here. We've put Maloney to deploy. And yes, we are becoming a little bit of a nuisance for Sainz.
Copy.
So this is good. Good team play. Pierre, thanks for the follow. Sainz going to go through here. Nope.
You're doing a good job on tires.
Here we go. Just got to try and hold him up through here. Colapinto's got a second off him. He's got back down to well, under 3 seconds now. This is working well. Really no chance to defend here, though.
Yeah.
And Stroll is getting past Colapinto, looks like in the background.
Keep focus on our race. The Stroll straight behind.
Gonna try and stay with Sainz. Try and get in front of him again and hold him up a bit. How's Maloney's tyre life? That's fine. It's lap 22, so yeah, we're fine on this for now.
Overtake available.
But yeah, Maloney's done a good job there because Stroll and Colapinto have been able to catch up with Sainz now. We go DRS, bit of battery.
More charge, more charge.
Copy.
Need the maximum level of lift off.
Actually, I'm just going to attack now. I'm going to push him away now.
We have a bit margin to push.
Right, Maloney back past Sainz. I'm going to push him now because I don't want him to cause Colapinto to get stuck in a bit of a traffic jam here.
Copy.
So they should still have the pace, but I'm not going to be going slow. So yeah, we're going to switch Maloney to the one-stopper then. Mix it up a bit, I think. Let's try and get these tyres a little bit longer though, isn't it? So... Oh my god, he's got the car either side of him here. It's a bit of a sandwich Maloney's in. Right, he's going to lose a bit of time here doing this, but I need him to get out of the way of Franco. So we've got a yellow flag. Hulkenberg's locked up. He's behind us. So that's not going to affect us. All right, here we go. Colapinto past Sainz again. His teammate will get out of the way. Maloney will probably lose positions to Sainz and Gasly as well here, though. Although that has worked out quite nicely there. That's absolutely worked out fantastically well there. That could have worked better allowing Colapinto through. Right, lap 25 we're trying to get these tyres to now. We will be lapped though, won't we? Yeah, we should be. Yeah, we will be lapped. So we've got another yellow flag. Please be a safety car. No. Safety car would be massive for us. And Colapinto is having a look at Stroll, but they're now 6 seconds behind Alex Albon here. I'm going to try and break the DRS to Stroll here, hoping Stroll's struggling with that battery. Albon is on the softs though. Is he going soft mediums then? Tyre history, Albon. Albon has gone soft, so Albon will be on the mediums at the end.
Everything is ready.
Copy.
Have we got another set of mediums with Maloney? We have, yeah. So if there was a safety car, we've still got options. No, I think Maloney really is going to have to come in this lap. So laps, well, a couple of laps too early, but again, we will be lapped, so that'll take one lap out of the way.
Copy.
And there we go, Stroll still on Colapinto. That is highly frustrating at the moment. Can't shake Lance Stroll, even with that ERS issue that he's got. He's still managing to fight us. But with only 4 seconds off Albon, if we can just stay with Stroll. Lap 24.52, Russell leads again. Is everyone, yeah, everyone's on a net pit stop now. Charles was leading. What's happened to Charles in the end? Oh, he went a lot later on his stop, so Charles might be in for the running at the end. But let's just forward on then. Get Maloney in, and he is in now. So Maloney, first stop of the day, probably going to be right at the back of the field again. He might just be ahead of Doohan, because Doohan's been, yeah, having his own adventure at the back there. Doohan down to 49%, so yeah, Doohan's not going to be a threat even if he is ahead of us. Behrman should get a good undercut on us, but Behrman himself has already used 18% of that medium. He's going mediums, Behrman, so he's stopping again. That's a 2.8 second stop. That's average for us at the moment.
Quite clear going out.
There is Behrman. It'll be nice if we're ahead of Behrman, which looks like we will be. That's worked then. Clean air for Maloney. Well, let's see if Colapinto can get this move done on Stroll. Lost a bit of time there, it looks like, though. 6 attempts might be too much, but as I say, Stroll's probably going to be slow out of some of these corners with no ERS. Here we go. Are we going to send it on the inside? Franco is going to send it on the inside. And he is through into P11. But I don't think, as we tried earlier, we tried to shake off Stroll and we couldn't. So this might continue to be the way all the way to the end with Colapinto, Stroll and Gasly. But unfortunately, Albon's going to be out quite a few seconds ahead of Maloney. And he's not really going to have any traffic, Albon, so that's a nice stop for them. Maloney is very close to Liam Lawson now. Are we going to see a move from Zane Maloney here? I think we well are. We sure are. Maloney is through. Oh no, Lawson, don't fight it back. Don't ruin it. Maloney should have better traction though through here. Because Lawson down to 34% tyres. Gasly. Oh, Albon's getting held up lovely by Carlos Sainz here. That's very nice, but I think that wouldn't happen in real life, would it? Sainz would be out of the way very quickly there, but yeah. 16 seconds, is that correct? Oh, wow. Yeah, the fight with Albon's over then, because Gasly has come out 16 seconds behind Albon, so Albon's got a significant undercut there. Yellow flag, please be a virtual. It's not going to happen, is it? No. Virtual or safety car would be massive. Gasly's ran wide. They must have just missed that.
Now just keep your eyes on Gasly here. Just a bit too wide at that point.
And he's lost time there. That is good for us. Very good. Because he could have got an undercut on us. He might still get that undercut on us. Right, here comes Colapinto then. We're right at the end of this pit lane. We do not want an error. Fingers crossed. 2.8 or under is fine for us. But we had that awful 10-second stop, didn't we? 2.7. We take that. We'll take that. Right, where is Pierre? Where's the Frenchman? There's Gasly. Sainz has stopped, which is good. And it looks like Colapinto has easily cleared Gasly. Gasly running wide then has made that very easy for Colapinto indeed. So Colapinto runs P12. Stroll yet to stop. And Albon, though, is 16 seconds up the road. So as I say, that's not going to be doable. So we're going to need a bit of drama in the top 10 to give us a chance at a point. Because at the moment, it looks like Colapinto would finish best of the rest in P11. Colapinto 4.5 seconds ahead of Gasly now. So it looks like the threat from behind for Colapinto has gone. But yeah, 14 seconds to Albon. So that's going to be too much. It's a second a lap, basically, he's got to take out of him. Everyone's stopped out front, and Russell leads by 2 tenths, potentially, from Max Verstappen. Very close. Piastri, Hamilton, Norris, Leclerc. 10 seconds between the top 6, but it looks like top 3 or 4 still in with a shout. Colapinto went a second and a half quicker than Albon last lap. So it is coming down, but there's going to be a crossover where that medium gets quicker. Colapinto is within 7 seconds of Albon. We might see Albon's rear wing at the end of this race. Well, we start the final lap, but Verstappen has actually dropped off Russell here. Looks like they were getting through some traffic. Getting through that Gasly, Stroll and Sainz fight, and that's cost Verstappen the battle for the lead here, it looks like, because Russell's got a 2.2 second gap. So he is going to win this race, is George Russell. Oh, George Russell, though, is going to win in front of his home crowd for Mercedes. He watched his teammate Lewis Hamilton last year, but Lewis is no longer in the team. George is leading that Mercedes team now, and he comes to Silverstone in 2025. He's going to round these final corners. He fended off Max Verstappen, and George Russell wins in Silverstone. Verstappen is going to be second. And Colapinto then
Russell wins it! First over the line!
gets within under 6 seconds then to Albon, which is highly frustrating. Just didn't quite have the pace. Needed another 10th or 2 a lap. And we've been very close. Maloney finishes because he's been lapped. But here comes Colapinto. Still half a lap to go. Solid race from him, really. As I say, just didn't have the pace to challenge for 10th place. We thought it would be with Stroll. I think Stroll was hampered by that issue, but Albon built a gap early on, and then it was just really too much for us to close. But Colapinto has still put in a good drive. This car really should be finishing between 13th and 16th. That's where Maloney's finished, making that one-stop work. Colapinto outperforms the car to get to P11. But as I say, it's quite frustrating when one more place would have got us a single point. But Albon is about to finish then, and Colapinto is going to be the last driver to get the checkered flag here in Silverstone. Franco Colapinto, P11, and Maloney, P15. Full classification then. George Russell, as we saw, won the race. Max Verstappen up 1 to 2nd. Lewis Hamilton finishes 3rd. Piastri 4th. Lando Norris 5th. Antonelli up 2 to 6th. Leclerc 7th. Yuki Tsunoda 8th. Alonso 9th. And as we know all too well there, Alex Albon finished 10th. Our drivers, Franco Colapinto, started 16th, up 5 places to 11th. So solid drive from him. Misses out on the points by 6 seconds. And then Zane Maloney started from the pit lane, so he started 22nd, but that pit lane exit at the start of the race was so slow, he was actually 4 seconds off the back of the grid, so made up those 4 seconds, plus 7 places to finish P15. So I think, to be honest, both drivers, solid drive. We're not expecting points. It's just a bit disappointing when we get that close, but 11th and 15th, good drive from both of those. Drivers' Championship then, this is very tight, so I'm interested in seeing what happens here. This is a halfway stage of this season because we're doing 20 races this season. This was the 10th race, so what are we looking like halfway through? There's been no changes in the top 10. That's boring, isn't it? Well, it's George Russell still leading, so he extends his lead by 12 points on Lewis Hamilton, his old teammate. But Hamilton loses 3 points to Verstappen, so Verstappen just 3 points behind Hamilton now. Then we've got Leclerc, Piastri and Norris. So the top 6 still all in contention for the title. But you'd have to say Leclerc, Piastri and Norris starting to fall back a little bit now. So they need to do some work on Verstappen, Hamilton and Russell. But still, anyone in the top 6 could win it. But it's very tight between the top 3. Just 15 points between Russell, Hamilton and Verstappen. 3 different drivers, of course, but 3 different teams in that top 3. Zane Maloney stays 10th and Colapinto stays 14th for us. Constructors, Ferrari continue to lead the way, but a good weekend for Mercedes, who jump McLaren. So Mercedes up to 2nd. But yeah, what's Ferrari lead there? That is 87 points. Is that right? No, 67 points. Miles off of 87, 67 points. I think my quick maths were correct there. 67 points, I believe, Ferrari's lead is there. McLaren and Mercedes actually on the exact same points there in 2nd and 3rd. Red Bull in 4th, very much the Red Bull of real life. Max Verstappen is getting their points. They've got 204. Max Verstappen has got 164 of them. So 40 have come from a combination of Lawson and Tsunoda. That's why they're not in the battle for the constructors. Aston Martin, 5th is going to be theirs this season. We hold on to 6 still, but Williams do take a point out of us. So they're on 10, we're on 18. RB in 8th with 2, and Alpine, Kick Sauber and Haas yet to score.